Meet the $250 million man. You may have seen this photo floating around of some of the most successful entrepreneurs and business people in the world standing next to someone who is completely unrecognizable. Well, that's him. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how he did it. Ben Mallah, the man in the photo, is worth $250 million. But just over 10 years ago, he was broke. Like many other young men, he wanted to get rich, so he tried his hand at a lot of different things, but he wasn't really cut out for a 9-to-5 job. After a few years of this, he decided that if he couldn't work for himself, he would go back to school and become a doctor. But while he was studying medicine, he realized that it wasn't for him either. And that's when he discovered real estate. While flipping through the classifieds one day, he saw an ad for a house that was being sold for back taxes. It had a market value of $140,000, but the owners owed $2,300 in back taxes. So the county took the house and was going to auction it off for those back taxes. And here's the thing. Anyone could go to these auctions because they're public. So he got a loan from his family, put $2,000 down, and won the house at auction. He fixed up the property and made a profit of $6,000. And though that doesn't sound like a lot, that first deal lit a fire under him. And over the next few years, he did something crazy. He repeated that process 148 times. He used the money he made from each flip to fund the next one, and the next one, and the next one, until he had built a real estate portfolio worth tens of millions of dollars. Now, before we go any further, I need you to smash that subscribe button. I put out a video every single day on how to make money, and it would really help me out if you subscribed. Now let's get back to the video, but there's more to the story than just buying, fixing, and flipping houses. Ben didn't have any money when he started, so he had to be very resourceful. When he first started out, he was working 7 days a week, 14 hours a day, so he didn't have time to do all the work himself. So he started hiring contractors, but he quickly found out that contractors were expensive, and sometimes they would even try to take advantage of him because he was new to the game. So he did what anyone else would do in that situation. He learned how to do it himself, and he taught himself how to do everything from electrical work to plumbing to carpentry. And as he was teaching himself, he was also documenting the process so that he could use it as a resource later on. And that's how he became a self-made millionaire. He applied the same principles over and over again until he had built a real estate empire worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Now, if you're thinking that this guy is a genius, wait till you hear what he has planned for the future. After he built his real estate empire, he started looking for ways to scale his business. He knew that if he wanted to get to the next level, he needed to start thinking differently. So he started doing something crazy. He bought 500 derelict homes in the worst part of town. Then he fixed them up and rented them out to Section 8 housing. And by doing this, he created a passive income stream that brings in about $30 million a year. But that's not all. He's now using his platform to help other people achieve their financial goals. He's got a nonprofit called Bigger Pockets, which provides free resources to people who are trying to get into real estate. And he's also got a podcast called the 250 Man Podcast, where he interviews other successful entrepreneurs and investors. So what can we learn from the $250 million man? First of all, he's a self-made man who came from nothing. He didn't have any money when he started, but he did have a dream. And that dream motivated him to work hard, and eventually his hard work paid off. Secondly, he's got a great work ethic. When he first started out, he was working 7 days a week, 14 hours a day. That's the kind of work ethic it takes to build a business from scratch. Thirdly, he's a lifelong learner. He didn't know how to do anything when he first started out, but that didn't stop him from learning. He taught himself everything from electrical work to plumbing to carpentry. And that's the kind of mindset it takes to be successful. Lastly, he's a giver. He knows that he was helped by other people along the way, and he's always looking for ways to give back. That's why he's got a nonprofit and a podcast. I hope you enjoyed the story of the $250 million man. If you want to be successful, you need to be willing to work hard and learn constantly. Don't be afraid to ask for help, and always remember to give back. Thanks for watching.